Shalom Akim. First and foremost, we give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rachakudash. Double honors unto the elders, apostles, Great Millstone, the elders of Great Millstone, and of course, peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect. That's the sincere servants of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, serve him in truth and sincerity. Yes, surrounded by the Chayaba from GMS Plain Tables Camp, coming back up with another lesson through spirit. Yeah, so this lesson be based off of course, we know today, today the inauguration happened, where Trump became inaugurated into office. And during that ceremony, it was just a whole lot of wickedness happening. You can see, obviously what they were making a lot of prayers to who they call God, which ultimately what we know that everybody up there, on stage. But hey, those are all high-level Satanists, man. Those are all high-level witches, warlocks, including Trump himself. And hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to expose, he's already exposing Esau. But hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the world English calls God, the Heavenly Father's name being Yahweh, and the Son's name being Yahushai, according to ancient Paleo-Hebrew, which is the true language of the Lord. What he spoke, that's the language of the heavens. That's our language. That's the language of the Israelites. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to expose Esau and he's going to take him down. The cruel, the fierce king, because Trump is a fierce king. He's been inaugurated. So this article is entitled APnews.com. It says Trump has begun signing slew of executive orders day one, or says on day one. What are his priorities? So it says, with his first batch of memoranda and orders, Trump repealed dozens of former President Joe Biden's actions. It says withdrew the U.S. from Paris Climate Accords, put a temporary freeze on new federal regulations, and commanded federal law enforcement to end all cases and investigations of any Trump supporters, among other actions. It says Trump, meanwhile, has additional executive orders awaiting his signature as he returns to the White House for the first time since his swearing in earlier in the day. Those documents would end diversity, equity, and inclusion funding, crack down on border crossings, and ease regulations on oil and natural gas production. It says the Republican has promised dozens of actions, though it is unclear whether he'll make good on his pledge to do them all on his first day. Here's a look at some of Trump's initial actions and upcoming plans. So it says the economy in a made for TV display at Capital One Arena on Monday evening. Capital One Arena on Monday evening, Trump signed a largely symbolic memorandum that he described as directing every federal agency to combat consumer inflation. By repealing Biden's actions, Trump also is trying to ease regulatory burdens on oil and natural gas production, something he promises will help bring down costs of all consumer goods. Trump specifically wants to make it easier to extract fossil fuels in Alaska. On trade, the president appears to be holding off at the moment on his threat to issue tariffs on China, Mexico, Canada, and other countries. It says an upcoming official pointed, reporters to a Wall Street Journal saying he will only sign a memorandum telling federal agencies to study trade issues. Yeah, and of course, that's what they're going to come with. Ultimately, what they want people to look at Trump as if he's a savior, which, at this point, you're seeing a lot of people doing that. Of course, you're having a lot of Edomites doing that. The majority of Esau, a lot of Edomites are doing that. You're having a lot of our people, Israelites, so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Latinos. You have a lot of them that are doing that too, looking at Trump as if he's a savior and he's going to save Babylon the Great, which is America, which he's not. And ultimately, what? That's idolatry. And that's what? For our people who put Trump over serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that's idolatry. And what? And hey, one of the biggest sins you can do against the Lord is idolatry. Hey, because once you're practicing idolatry, I mean, that's it. You're fully going on to serving, or doing whatever that idol told you to do, and not following after the Lord. So it says America first. Trump will sign an order renaming the Gulf of Mexico, making it the Gulf of America, and the highest mountain in North America, known as Denali, will revert back to Mount McKinley, its name until President Barack Obama changed it. The renaming is to honor American greatness, according to a preview of the orders posted online by Trump's incoming press secretary. He signed an order that flags must be at full height at every future inauguration day. The order came because former President Jimmy Carter's death had prompted flags to be at half start or half staff. Trump demanded that they be moved up Monday. Yeah, see, so now they're go ahead and changing, the whole Gulf of Mexico, and then we get the Gulf of America. It says immigration. Trump reversed several immigration orders from Biden's presidency, including one that narrowed deportation priorities to people who committed serious crimes, are deemed national security threats, or were stopped at the border. It returns the government to Trump's first-term policy that everyone in the country illegally is a priority for deportation. See, so Trump is coming after the tribes, and ultimately that's Esau's end goal, man. To eliminate all the tribes of the nation of Israel. He wants to get the so-called Latinos out. Of course, starting with ultimately he's against Issachar, the so-called Mexicans, and he wants to pretty much they want to eliminate the tribesmen and the so-called Negroes. But they're doing it, and of course, obviously the way that they're gonna do it is not gonna be at the forefront. They're not gonna make it obvious. They're gonna do it with by pretty much so-called other means. It says the president also plans to declare a national emergency at the U.S.-Mexico border, send U.S. troops to help support immigration agents, and restrict refugees and asylums. He's pledged also to restore a policy that forced asylum seekers to wait over the border in Mexico, but officials didn't say whether Mexico would accept migrants again. During the previous effort, squalid and fetid camps grew on the border and were marred by gang violence. Trump is also promising to end birthright citizenship, but it's unclear how he'd do it. It's enshrined in the U.S. Constitution. Yeah, also he did climate and energy. He pretty much said, so pretty much he's going to drill more oil. He's going to end the electric vehicle mandate. And what else? Yeah, overhauling federal bureaucracy. And also within the speech, he said how there's only going to be two genders, male and female. Which, ultimately, again, all Trump is doing, man, is he's fulfilling the orders of his masters, which are the elites. The deep state, or whatever you want to call it, the people above Trump, the people at the top, the ones who are hidden. They use presidents, they use officials and government senators, and pretty much as mascots, as the puppets. Meanwhile, there's people pulling the strings behind the scenes. Yeah, and whatever Trump or whatever is promised, man, none of it is gonna heal Babylon and Great. Of course, within the speech, without a doubt, man, half of it was just prayers. Apparently, them praying to who they call God, which of course, they don't worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They worship their own God, they're their own gods, the Roman gods, the Greek gods, and ultimately they worship Satan. They worship all the gods other than the true God, the true power. So, hey, the God that they're praying to is ultimately Satan. And hey, as the scriptures say, even if they were trying to pray unto the Lord, which they're not, it says in Proverbs chapter 15 and 29, the Lord Yahweh is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. So the Lord's far from the wicked, man. All them people up on the stage, man, are wicked witches and warlocks, including Trump. All of them, man. They're all they're all witches and warlocks. They all worship Satan. They're all Satanist. They all have these, as is known today, these Diddy parties, and they're all into that other, that dark world, the world that you don't see. With the child trafficking and just the human trafficking and the rituals and the orgies, and hey, they're all into that. That's why that's why Jake shouldn't be looking at Trump as if he's because hey, that's a lot of Jake, man. They're looking at Trump as if they're his God, man. So it says, Proverbs chapter 15 and 29, the Lord Yahweh is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. And Yahweh is hearing the prayer of the righteous. Who are the righteous? Those are his servants. The servants, of course, what? His prophets, who are out there in the highways and byways, preaching his word and prophesying the downfall of Babylon Great. The prophets, of course, and the servants of the Lord who are serving him and doing his will and doing what he said to do, keeping his commandments, following after the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. But those, and what they're doing in 100% truth and sincerity, those are the righteous, of course, through the blood of Yahweh Shai. Those are the ones whose prayers, those are the ones whose prayers are going to be heard. But for the wicked, as it says, the Lord is far from the wicked. When you get that word for far within the Hebrew, it's a Hebrew word, rachawak, which means remote, distant. So the Lord is distant from the wicked. So whatever prayers that these guys send up, the Lord did not hear not one of those prayers, man. But again, they're not, ultimately, what they were doing was a form of mockery. And again, they're praying unto their own God, which is Satan. They're not praying unto the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Let's go ahead and get real quick. This is going through Psalm, the book of Psalm. So this is Psalm chapter 50 and 16. It says, "But unto the wicked the Most High saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thine mouth?" And that's what they're doing. They're trying to quote precepts. Okay, the prophet Jeremiah, and just trying to quote precepts. Meanwhile, these guys are the wicked, man. They're 100% opposite from the Lord. Yet they're still trying to use the words of the book, man. The words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. This is in the NLT. It says, "But the Most High says to the wicked, Why bother reciting my decrees and pretending to obey my covenant?" These guys will pretend to obey the covenant, man. They pretend like they honor the laws, such as commandments that the Lord has ordained, which they clearly don't. But hey, Esau, the devil, with the majority of people not even knowing about, truly actually knowing about what's in the scriptures and what the Bible is actually about. What they'll make these absurd claims, as if what they're the people of the Lord, as if the whole Bible applies onto everybody. Concerning the chosen people of the Lord. They're over here mentioning the deliverance from Egypt, not specifically mentioning how the Lord only delivered the Israelites, his people, the Israelites. I'm not speaking about the fake people over there in the land today, what they call the state of Israel. No, I'm referring on to the Israelites, which today are known as the so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, and also you have the Israelite foreigners who have been scattered amongst these other nations. The Lord's chosen people, those are the Lord's chosen people, man. And you didn't mention all of that. I mean, it's like, and they didn't mention any of that. Why? Because ultimately Esau wants to fulfill his NWO, which is what? Uniting all people, making. Apparently, all people are the chosen people of God, as they will put it, which is 100% false. So this is Jeremiah chapter 51 and 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen. Let's go to verse 7. It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Yeah. Her wine, meaning the philosophies and the ways of Babylon and great these other nations have taken it and implemented it within its own society. Within their own societies, man. That's why you see the alphabet agenda. That's all. You see how these other nations have took those ways. Why is there a so-called, what they call it? They call it a Pride Day, where obviously what all the sodomites and all the weird people get together and they're honoring. Just around the world, you have all that, which that goes back onto Babylon, man. That goes back onto America. Not too long ago, Kamala was trying to go. I forgot which country, I believe. Well, she's pretty much, if I'm not mistaken, in Africa. But she was trying to go to one of those countries. To push that agenda. And just the way the America runs the societies and just the wicked corporations, you'll see all that within these other nations. But guess what? They made agreements with Babylon in order to obtain their riches. But it clearly, with the Babylonian way is ruining the earth, is ruining land, nations. That's why it says therefore. So continuing on, Jeremiah chapter 50 and 7, it says, therefore the nations are mad. Exactly. Yeah. And with Trump in office, man, especially all the executive orders he's making, and as is prophesied within the scriptures, the nations will turn their back against America, even the European nations. As what the fate of Babylon is stated within the scriptures, how it will be destroyed by fire. And obviously, when you go into the scriptures and you go into how Babylon is going to be taken down by fire, it completely links up onto those nuclear missiles. So during the climax of World War III, when all things are popping off, when World War III is popping off at its climax, guess what? Babylon will be destroyed by nuclear missiles, as these other nations will make an alliance with one another to take down this land. And Yahweh Bashim Yashai will be making a deliverance for his elect that are located within this land, within Babylon, from that destruction. And Trump can't stop the fate of Babylon, the destiny of Babylon. Trump can't stop that. Trump cannot stop the prophecy. He cannot prevent the downfall of America. No matter who's president, no matter who's in office, they can't stop what's already prophesied, what the Lord wants. So it says, verse 8 in Jeremiah chapter 50 and Jeremiah chapter 51, it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. Yeah, that's the point. This place will not be healed. This place will fall and be destroyed. It says, verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake us and let us go. Let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. There you have it, man. So this place will not be healed. And hey, I'm sure if you look at that Trump poster, man, that new Trump, what's it called? I was I was watching the brother I'm one, over here in the camp. Well, I mean, if you look at this dude's new poster for 2025, I mean, just look at it. This dude looks completely sinister and like what's the near future, man, is very bleak. That's the type of look he's giving, man. His old picture, he was smiling, but now this one, hey, showing you hey, foreshadowing what's to come. This poster, man, this portrait. Isaiah chapter 19:4 says, "And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts." And hey, Trump, without a doubt, fits those descriptions, man. A cruel and fierce, a cruel Lord and a fierce king. So hey, America has been given over into the hands of a cruel Lord and a fierce king, and you can see just by the look of this dude, man. Hey, this isn't gonna be no peaceful term, man. And hey, the term might not even finish. This place might be destroyed, and that's our hope, that Babylon Great is destroyed before the term is even up. That's our hope, man, because we're praying unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to make a swift return, to take down Esau and to take down these other nations, and to deliver us, and to destroy Babylon Great, which is the land of our captivity, the land of our bitterness. This whole entire land in Esau, he set against us. So we're praying unto Yahweh B'Shem. Hey, and that's a prayer that the Lord's going to hear. The Lord's going to hear the prayer of his servants. He's not going to hear the prayer of wicked witches and warlocks, Satanists, and you can go down the list of different descriptions that you can put upon these people. Just perverse, wicked, abominable people. That have these high positions in society. And that's because the earth has been given to the hands of the wicked. The wicked is bearing rule and the people are mourning. So hey, it's not going to get better. Trump, he can't stop the fate of Babylon, America, which is destruction. According to the scriptures, he can't stop it. So Lord's will, you be blessed to edify. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Makakodash Brakathum. Shalom.